It's time for Love Shaftesbury, where we find out why another resident loves our hilltop town. And today, Melbury-based singer Una Walsh, who performs with her partner Tony as No Fixed Abode.
We've been here about 15 years. My God, where's the time gone? It seems like yesterday. It does fly. I mean, we moved down 15 years ago because we were doing lots of folk festivals in the area. We were going to places like Weymouth Folk Festival there in Hope Square, Sidmouth Folk Festival, Bude Folk Festival. And I really like the area. I like to be beside the sea, as the song goes, because I live near the sea in Ireland. I was lucky. We just found somewhere beautiful to live, just outside the town, I have to admit. We're beside Melbury Beacon there in Melbury Abbas. And we've been here ever since, and I love the place.
Was it your plan to stay here for a long time?
Yeah, because I like it. It's got a feeling about it, and once you get to know all the people, it's the people that make it. It is the generosity of spirit that comes with the place, and it feels a little bit like Ireland here. Everybody is so friendly, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. I don't mind that. Tony's from the city, so it's different for him. But during COVID and that, I worked down in the Two Brewers, so if I knew some people already through singing at gigs and that, I got to know loads of people down the Two Brewers, and they're so kind. I loved it. It was fabulous. I mean, it was a peculiar time in life. People forget about it, but it's not long ago. But and now I come into town, I don't need much encouragement, and I'm you're liable to see me leaning in against a window talking to somebody in a car for too long, probably. But that's what I love about Shaftesbury. It's the people. The people make it.
Where in Ireland is home?
Home for me is on the east coast of Ireland. It's about 45 minutes north of Dublin Airport. I'm from the farm. So I grew up in a farm. That's the east coast of Ireland. And then I moved to the west coast of Ireland, the Wild Atlantic Way. Forget about Route 56. You need to go to the Wild Atlantic Way and get some rain on you, and you'll have beautiful views of the Atlantic Ocean and what have you. So then I worked in County Clare for 10 years there. And then I met Tony at a castle in Bunratty Castle. And then I moved over here. Then I lived in the East Midlands. And that was for about 15 years in Derbyshire. Beautiful. But then, as I said, we were coming down here doing festivals and that as well. And then we moved down here 15 years ago.
In the 15 years you've been here, how has Shaftesbury changed?
Well, for the better. We've now got an extra supermarket, so we've got more choice. You can go for a little day out and walk up the centre aisle. By Hoover, or a plug. And what else? What has changed? I used to, being the farm girl, my father had dry stock at the farm, what have you. I used to love the livestock market that now has the other supermarket on it. So I used to love to get out of the car to go and do the weekly shop in the original supermarket and listen to the cows and the cattle and the sheep or whatever they were selling there. I do miss that, and it was an integral part of Shaftesbury's community. It was there for a long, long time, I believe. So,
have you got a favourite place to stop and take in the world, go for a cuppa? Have you got a favourite venue?
Oh, well, I'm in it, aren't I?
You're in the Grosvenor right now.
Well, this is one of them. But because Tony and I were out gigging all the time, 4 or 5 gigs a week or whatever, I like a bit of peace and quiet on my day off. I suppose you do too. So I'll come in here, learn a new song or something. You're spoiled for choice. On a wet day or whatever, on a beautiful day, you can go to the top of Gold Hill and sit outside the salt cellar. I'm still partial to a pie. Maybe I shouldn't, but I like a homemade pie, so I can sit there on the top of Gold Hill, enjoy the view, enjoy the meal. I'll tell you where I used to go to, and it's gone now, and it was Cookie Out, and I'm not vegetarian. Do you remember Beggar's Banquet? Were you here then? And Rue and all them? Oh, Jesus, I loved it in there. Go in there, and they'd be playing the cool music, and you had all these cool album covers on the wall. I loved it in there. It had a lovely vibe. We did gigs there too back in the day.
Where's your favourite place to gig in Shaftesbury?
Well, we used to do loads of gigs here in the Grosvenor. We've done gigs at the Mitre. We've done gigs at the Two Brewers with the lads. Of course, Angola. Didn't do the Half Moon. And we did Turnbulls one time as well, yeah.
Did you? I never knew that. I can't remember gigs at
No,
Turnbulls.
it was during a festival. It was during the Fringe that we did it in there. So, yeah, we have done plenty of gigs in Shaftesbury. Love it.
That's a name I've forgotten about. That's a loss, isn't it, Turnbulls?
I know, but I'd be eating too much cheese. Kerry, come on.
Get nightmares.
Oh, no nightmares. I just love cheese. bit of blue cheese and I'm happy.
What's your favourite place to go for a walk around Shaftesbury?
Again, you're spoiled for choice. We're coming into winter now, and there's nothing. I mean, it's an obvious choice. Park Walk is beautiful, but then when the winter comes, we have a thing called the valley fog. You know, on a cold winter's day, and you might be feeling a bit glum, and you just walk down there, you know, and then you just look to your left and you go, oh my God, look at this mist, this fog rising up through the valley. I mean, you're waiting for King Alfred to come on his horse, aren't you, and visit his daughter at the Abbey. You know, out of a period drama. So there's one, and then you can go over to Castle Hill and walk around there. It's beautiful, and you can just do the short version of that, which is down by the hospital, and you just walk around there. Or you can go to Castle Hill and walk down the steps and do another. I mean, you're spoiled for choice here. I mean, on my way in to see you today, I saw a kestrel and a kite taken off. I mean, I go down the lanes if I want to, you know, to go for a walk on a day off. I go down the lanes outside my door, and there's deer, and I think I'm friendly with one. Maybe I'm deluding myself, and I just call her Bambi Mammy because she looks like my mother, and I'm very happy talking to her at night. So, on a day off, I like to commune with nature, sit in a field, and listen to the birds.
When you've been away for a while and you come back into the area, what is it that you see that makes you think you're almost home? What reminds you, a bit of a landscape feature makes you feel like you're back in Shaftesbury?
Stonehenge if I'm coming that way, or I would say Wyn Green if I'm coming that way. We've been doing a lot of Wyn Green this summer, so I would say passing Wyn Green or coming, what do you call the zigzag thing? Zigzag
hill.
I mean, that really is. I mean, you have to crawl down that. Well, I'll crawl down that. He mightn't, but I could do 10 mile an hour on that. Any angle coming into Shaftesbury is like you're home. Happy days.
And this is home now?
This is home, please God. Yeah, you just want it to carry on. You want to be able to keep your health, enjoy life, and carry on doing the gigs in the surrounding counties. I mean, the funniest long distance we did as No Fixed Abode was a few years ago now in the back of a white high ace van with the Furies going around West Cork. That was mental. I mean, they had a hit here, Sweet 16, back in the 70s or 80s. Davy Arthur, Finbar Fury, George and Eddie. They were a scream. They were so down to earth, like, you know. But usually you find when you meet people at the top of their game, they've nothing to prove. They're down to earth. They were lovely. That was a hoot. That was the scream. Because the stories they could tell you, they were around for the folk revival in New York in the 60s. So they really have seen it all. They had a fabulous time.
I remember years ago you started doing little video walks, didn't you, around town and around the area? Do you still do them?
Well, funny you say that. We do 2 live videos a week. Tony puts up, because he's better at all the tech stuff, he puts up 2 videos a week of us doing gigs, live gigs. And that's a lot. I mean, we do over 120 gigs plus a year. We do fill the diary up, and that takes time, and then things, why do you not do this, why do you not, well, we're booked, you know, I have to take the bookings, you know, in the surrounding counties. I guess if you're to say, I mean, we're terrible at PR, we're terrible at plugging ourselves. I'm just grateful that after all these years I can still go out and make people happy, and long may it continue. You know, we're not going to set the world on fire, but I am extremely grateful that we can do that, especially after COVID. I mean, that showed the world what can happen in a second. You never know.
That was tough, wasn't it?
Well, everyone has hiccups in life.